If you find a file named CRAWL.JPG, do not open it. I think maybe I was wrong. I thought I could handle it. I thought it was just a sick little joke, or fun and games like every other scary internet horror post. But it's more than that, much more. I found it a few nights ago. It was late. I was looking for something interesting, yearning for that classic feeling of finding something forbidden tucked deep in the dark corners of the web. I found it. A weird little post that was shared in an obscure horror group online. The title was just CRAWL.JPG. It was simple, really, not much to it. I would have just scrolled past it. But I was desperate to find anything interesting at that hour. The post had a single JPG file named CRAWL.JPG and a single line of text above it that read, "I'm hiding from him." I waited, staring at the text. I read it again and again. A feeling of dread came over me fast, pulling me under a wave of fear, excitement, and curiosity. Whatever this file was, it was bound to scare the pants off me. I was thrilled. I went to move the mouse. I hesitated. I glanced around the room, trying to shake that feeling you get when you think someone's walking up behind you. Nothing, just paranoid. My adrenaline pumped as I double-clicked the link to the image. I got several strange pop-ups on my computer. Ad blocker caught a few, and the ones that slipped through were just black boxes with jumbled, unreadable text, not even ads. It gave me a good scare. But mostly I was just confused. Then finally the image loaded. The image was distorted and honestly difficult to see. I had to adjust the contrast on my screen to make out anything at all. But now I wish ID stayed in the dark, in the safety of ignorance. It was a small bedroom, white walls, bluish curtains, a twin bed that looked like it had been ripped apart by something feral, torn sheets, collapsed mattress, splintered frame. The only lights in the room came from a few faint red candles, set in a loose circle carved into the wooden floor. My first thought was, oh, just generic witch stuff, nothing too creepy. But as I looked closer, my heart stopped. A formless mass was curled up under part of the bed. Not much was visible, but it looked like a body, or what once was a body. The haunting pulp was pulling itself into the darkness beneath the frame. I could only make out a few details, a tentacled lump, slick with what looked like blood, dragging something that jutted out at odd angles. Two splintered white shapes bone, I think pierced from opposite sides of the mass like broken limbs. All along the visible side of its skin were large circles and swollen spots. I blinked, took another look. They weren't just markings, they were eyes, cruel, piercing, unblinking eyes. There were 20, maybe 30 of them.